Hello and a warm welcome to you all. I am so excited to bring you this live transmission as we celebrate the Chinese New Year, as we move into the year of the fire horse. And in numerology, this is also the year of the one, of new beginnings, a whole new story. It's not even a new chapter, it's a whole new story. We are stepping into a whole new frequency and vibration and whole year cycle. In numerology, we move through a 9-year cycle, so we are beginning at number 1, the very beginning. And so I want you to make sure you have some water, some over-ear headphones, a place where you can really just lie down and receive. I'm going to start off by first giving a little bit of a astrological update, a little bit of my own intuitive guidance of what I've been picking up in the collective, in ways in which you can really step into this new story with much aliveness. So firstly, to say that the last sound journey that I did, I think it was in December, I was speaking about syncing up to the natural cycles of nature, and how we've been really thrown off our sense of like own connection to the earth through the establishment of what we call the Gregorian calendar. And our Gregorian calendar, which we follow mostly in the West, does not even sync up with the natural seasons and cycles. So, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the 1st of January is in the middle of winter. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, it's like the peak of summer. And if we look at our astrological calendar, we start off with Aries, which is the spring equinox, which actually marks the nature's new year. So, and then also we look at the Chinese, who are celebrating their New Year's on the 17th of February. So it's just important to be aware that the Gregorian calendar is man-made, and it does not sync with the natural seasons and cycles of nature. And so one way that I believe that we can really rebel from these systems and structures that don't actually really support our connection to the earth is connect with the earth and have a look at what season you're in. So spring, when spring is in full blossom and blooming and budding, which in the Northern Hemisphere is going to be, we will celebrate the spring equinox in March. That is officially the start of our new year. And in the Southern Hemisphere, I think that happens for you sometime in September. So my invitation to rebel against the system is to just connect with what season you are in as you step outside, and to find ways in which you can connect with the land and with the season during that particular time. So, as I mentioned, we are the 17th of February, which is Chinese New Year, going into the year of the horse. I'm not obviously well-rounded or know a lot about Chinese astrology, knowledgeable around Chinese astrology. But what I will say with the horse, the energy of the horse is the horse carries fire, intensity, it carries independence, and it's wild, right? It follows and runs towards what makes it feel alive. A horse's heart has an electromagnetic field 5 times stronger than the human. And so, as we come into this energy of the fire horse, it's really going to magnify a lot what is in our hearts. The horse energy is also about leadership. It's about taking things forward, and going with it with absolute courage, really following your heart. So, the year of the snake was very much about shedding our old identity. Mother Earth is also going through her own shedding. A lot of her own trauma is also coming up to the surface to be shed, to be released, as much as our own on our own individual paths, as well as the collective. And I'm sure that you've felt quite an intense energy up until right here, right now, because we are also having a solar eclipse. It's not a total solar eclipse, but it is what we call in astrology an annular solar eclipse. So if you go look out into the you'll be able to see the ring of fire around the sun, because we are entering into a new moon. So this is also a time for you all to set a new intention. So you'll be able to see the ring of fire as the sun and the moon are conjunct. So a very, very potent, powerful time. As I said, we got the Chinese New Year of the firehouse. And what I wanted to say around that as well is that the work that you did in the snake, if you took the time to shed, to release, to let go, and also if there's anything that you want to finally release and let go of, I invite you to do that now. Before we're going into the year of the horse, which is today. But if there's anything else that you're wanting to just like journal down, release, to shed, to consciously just bring your awareness to, and to heal and to let go of, now is the time. Because as we move into February and this whole year, things are going to be a lot more intense, a lot more fast. And one thing that I can say is regulate your nervous system. And have a really good spiritual practice. Health and wellness and well-being is going to be vitally important over this year of 2026. So, as I mentioned, we also have a solar eclipse, and it's also a new moon. So, a wonderful time to set a intention. So, really looking at what new you is being birthed, and what do you deeply value? What are you wanting to birth into this world? And so what I wanted to mention with the year of the snake is that if you've done the inner work, if you've done the shedding and really looking at the places and parts of yourself that you may have suppressed, the patterns, your shadow integration, you're going to find that this year of the horse is really going to propel you into your whole new next story. So the solar eclipse we have in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about innovation. It is about community. It's about the people. It's about being individualistic. And it really is about giving the power back to the people. Very community orientated and very innovative and doing things differently. So it's important, if you were with solar eclipses, they can bring quick, sudden changes, unexpected changes. And so if you were to look at your own astrological chart and you were to look at where is Aquarius, in what house do you have Aquarius? Because that's where the eclipse is going through in your chart. And those will be kind of the themes that are kind of really highlighted in your chart. So for instance, I have the eclipse going through my 9th house. And the 9th house is all about teaching. So perhaps me coming into more teaching, sharing knowledge, wisdom. It is also the house of expansion of knowledge, beliefs, maybe changing my belief structures, or expansion into more knowledge, higher power, and also travel. So yeah, have a look at where the solar eclipse is moving through in your chart, which will give you and reveal to you what sudden changes or themes are more prominent in your specific personal chart. As I said, we're moving into the year of the one. This is a whole brand new story. We also have a lot of our outer moving planets, which are our slowest moving planets, that will be moving into the sign of Aries. Specifically speaking of Neptune, the planet Neptune, and the planet Saturn coming into Aries, 0 degrees of Aries. So also really, if you are interested to go and have a look at where this Saturn and Neptune conjunction is happening, which happens 2 days after the Chinese New Year. I think it's around the 19th of February. Where this is happening in your chart, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, which will really speak into the themes around this conjunction that are specifically happening for you. But just to share a little bit about Neptune, which Neptune is related to our nervous system. It's connected with the waters. It's connected to spirituality. It's also connected to addictions, to drugs and alcohol. Connected to it's also very much connected to source, to the great oneness. And when it comes in to Aries, this is an invitation for all of you and the collective to come into a new spiritual identity, a new I am. And with Saturn, which Saturn is this planet of like discipline, hard work, borders, structures, bones, our skin. And when Saturn comes into Aries, this also invites, Aries is very much this energy of leadership and getting things done quickly and moving, taking initiative, action. So with this Neptune and Saturn conjunction in the sign of Aries, what is going to happen is that there's going to be more spiritual maturity because Saturn's going to ask Neptune to bring some more spiritual maturity, more spiritual discipline to your strengthening of your spiritual practice and spiritual self. Okay, which is a great thing, because I have noticed in the spiritual scene that there has been a lot of woo-woo. I don't want to use that word woo-woo, but there's been a lot of woo-woo, surface level spiritualities, this whole new age spiritual movement, and a lot of also, we know as well, these spiritual gurus who have now also been revealed to really inhumane acts that they have been doing. So with this Saturn close to Neptune, it really, anything that is not in truth, anything that is being flaky or out of integrity, is especially around spirituality and connection with God, with Source, is going to be revealed. So if you are on a path of, being of service and working in a way, working with this modality, one is going to have to be mature and take responsibility and really be in integrity with their word and the way that they deliver their medicine, because people will be able to see through the BS. We cannot hide this anymore. No more hiding, and we've been able to see this with our other spiritual gurus and masters, don't want to mention names, who are being exposed. And that, we thought, we really thought probably great of them at the time, but they have been working in ways that has not been of the highest good of humanity, in working in very inhumane ways. So we are entering into the age of truth. Truth. With this, all of this Aries energy really in these outer planets, it's like, Aries is just like, this is who I am. I am. There's no trying to figure it out, or it's like, I am. So if you're somebody with Aries ascendant, Aries sun, Aries moon, or quite a bit of Aries in your chart, I have quite a bit of Aries. I have my Mars and Venus in Aries. Is that you don't need to be told who you are. And that's the beauty about this Aries energy. It's like, no, we just burn through the bullshit. This is how it is, da 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 da. And this is the real potency and power of coming into Aries with all of these outer planets. So a lot of clarity is going to come. Where, as I said, I was mentioning the age of truth. Everything that has been hidden in the shadows for such a long time is going to come up. Because in order for this new earth, for this new template to be imprinted, the old has to dissolve and the old has to be exposed. And so what is happening on the 3D earth level is going to intensify. So brace yourselves, buckle up, regulate your nervous systems, make sure that you are doing meditation, yoga, breath work, whatever feels good for you, spending time out in nature, connecting with a community with similar values to you, coming to attend these live sound journeys where I specifically focus on the collective energies that are happening in real time in the stars and in our collective, and really working with them in a very intentional way. Because we must remember that when we begin to heal within, we will be able to see that reflected outwards. And so everyone is responsible for themselves. And what happens when we come together as a collective, like all of you being here, watching this live, and we all have a specific intention, that magnifies and will increase the energies for this much more powerful, loving timeline that we all want to be on. And, you know, as the old world is crumbling, the 3D world, government structures are going to try and clamp onto everything and possibly that they could do. And so they're going to try and do everything that they can to keep this alive. But don't worry. You know, sometimes that's what has to happen. But underneath that all is the new that is coming. So if you feel like, if ever there's a time when you're like, oh my goodness, this just feels so bad. How will we, like this just doesn't look like there is going to be the light at the end of the tunnel. Trust. It's like, you know, that game you play with the wooden blocks and you pull each one out. You know, eventually there's that one that you pull out and then the whole thing crumbles. And this is what's happening, is the old is crumbling, and it's piece by piece, and it has to all come down. And before it all comes down is those old structures will try and keep that old to continue. But there are these new energetic forces that are coming through. So trust, regulate your nervous system. That is key. Love is the key, love is the key. And regulate your nervous system, regulate your nervous system. Regulation your nervous system through breath work, through walking in nature, through grounding, through, as I mentioned, coming together in community like this, connecting with your tribe. That is the key. What else do I have to share? I want to thank you all for supporting my work. And we are in very exciting times. I want you all to feel this. No other time has existed as this time right here, right now. You are the one you've been waiting for. Everything that you dream, everything that you desire for your life, this one precious life, run towards that like the firehouse. Run, full heart, wild and free towards your dreams. Because this is the year. This is the year. The firehouse is the year where we harness and move that fire energy into what we wish to create, which is a better world, built on love, built on peace, built on sovereignty, built on care, built on compassion. And I'm so excited for it. But we also need to see the old come down, and we also need to do our inner work and to meet our shadows with love and compassion. So this is what we're here, and I'm here to guide you through all this all. All right, so that's my transmission. And the frequency that we are going to be working with is the frequency of the Earth Day, and it's 194.18 hertz. And I've got one of my planetary tuning forks, so I'm going to let you listen to it. So this frequency is connected with the Muladhara chakra, which is at the base of your spine. And this is a frequency that brings a lot of vitality and energy. Okay? And I think this works very well with this new energy that we're coming in now. This will help with grounding into your Muladhara, connecting with your, the base of your spine, grounding, connecting with your needs, feeling safe, grounded, right? And it brings a lot of vitality and energy, as I said. All right, so here's a little listening demonstration. All right. So I've recorded this, and I'm going to play it now. It's looping. I've recorded it and looped it so that it can be playing on in the background. There we go. So let us begin. Finding a comfortable position, lying down or sitting with an upright spine. I want you to close your eyes and journey inwards. As a collective, we're going to take 3 unity consciousness breaths together. Deep inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. And exhale. Another deep breath in, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Softening your body. Softening your face, your jaw, the thoughts in your mind. Softening your back, your hips, your pelvis, your legs, your feet. Releasing all tension. Softening, letting go. Feel the weight of your body become heavy and melt into the floor, into the earth. untamed momentum. The fire horse carries intensity, passion, independence, wildness, and runs towards what is alive. Today we do not resist the fire. We learn to ride the flames. As you feel into the center of your heart burning like the flame, a steady ember. And as you connect with this flame within your heart, under this year of the horse, the year 1, a solar eclipse, new beginnings, a whole new story, I invite you to connect with your intention, with the energy that you want to bring forth into this year. Connect with that energy. I want you to connect in with your deepest heart's wish. What is that? What is it that you wish to bring forth, to birth into this world? Can you see yourself like a wild horse running towards it? Untamed, wild and free, with absolute passion and vigor, running into the wild open lands towards your dream. It is here, it is here, it is here now. Feeling again into the energy you want to bring forth into this year 2026, the year 1, the year of the fire horse. Feel that in your cells, in your body. This is exciting times we are stepping into. A whole new story is being birthed. A whole new evolution, a whole new way of being. No human being has journey. Please, please, please take your time to come back. Please give yourself at least a couple of hours after this journey to just take things slow, to ease back into your day, your evening. Maybe you're going to sleep. Whatever you're doing, just go slow, eat a nourishing meal, ground in nature, take a bubble bath. Thank you everyone for your presence and for taking the courage to go inwards and connect with your fire. Every month I will be holding and hosting these monthly sound journeys, working with different frequencies intentionally, working with the energies of the collective, allowing a space to also share my insights and what I've been noticing in the collective. I do have a gift of noticing patterns that come up. And we are all being given an opportunity to really connect with these higher frequencies and multidimensional frequencies that are pouring in, and a lot of us are really awakening more and more to our own intuitive gifts and abilities. They're turning on, and may we use them in a way that's in integrity, grounded in purpose, and to help assist humanity come into this brighter, more fulfilled, loved timeline. Thank you all. When you're ready, you can flutter open your eyes, begin to stretch, gentle movements to the body. If it feels good for you, you can just continue to lie in this space. Please just listen to your body. And I invite you to come to the soundscape as many times as you wish. As I mentioned, this frequency helps with bringing in vitality and vigorism and life force. It's a really activating frequency to listen to, connecting with the earth year. Sorry, the Earth Day. And so, please reach out. I'd love to know how this soundscape landed for you, this transmission. I'd love to hear from you. It's always helpful when I get to hear from you. And I do reply. I do reply to all the emails. For those of you who email me, and I respond to them. And so if you reach out, I would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much. And I will see you next month, which is for the spring equinox, which is nature's new year. So I cannot wait. Sending you all so much love. Bye for now.